Yes, the Thunderbolts of Northmont High School.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the NM Sports Network. This time we're at the home of the Sidney Yellow Jackets, all the way about I guess probably only about, 35 minutes north of Clayton?
32.
32? All right, so
Yeah.
Alex has the exact number. Andy Horton here alongside Alex Patton here on the NM Sports Network, getting ready for this interconference matchup. Our Northmont Thunderbolts from the G-Walk coming in to take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets of the Miami Valley League. This should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And this should be a game that Northmont should not necessarily handle, because, I mean, these are all games that you play, but judging them off the record that Northmont had in the competition that they played so far this year, this is a get-right game for them, because Sidney's coming in at 4-13 on the year.
The Yellow Jackets have struggled throughout the season. Their last game, though, they did pick up a win. That's against St. Mary's. So they were able to put up a little over 60 points in that one and really had a dominant game to get their 4th win of the season. So they're looking to carry that momentum here into this one tonight. When you flip the script, our Thunderbolts, Winton Woods was the last game, and it was a tough one, back and forth, and
Overtime.
Just came up a hair short.
Yep.
And like you said, it was in overtime. You know, like we talked to Coach after the game, it's a game that you're not happy that you lose, but he also wasn't too upset about the loss. The boys from Clayton played very, very well.
Look at you using that.
Played very, very well. Just came up a little bit short, and Coach said that that was one of those games where maybe we can get their attention back a little bit. We've been playing so well all season. You know, after winning, sometimes it's a little harder to get the guys' attention, be like, hey, guys, we got to sharpen things up. So the loss to the number 4 ranked team in the entire state, Winton Woods.
No,
looking to
4,
bounce
I think
back.
it's 4 in. I think he said 4 in Division II. I think 12 in the state. Could be wrong. I could be wrong, though. Anyways,
all right, regardless.
Anyways, that's a team that was undefeated. Literally, it was a tester of a game, because they're both in Division II, and it's something that we wanted to kind of match up against, and we did fairly well. And like you were saying, we were talking to the coach right after the game. It's just styles make fights, right? And he was literally just trying to get us to understand that it may look mundane, it may look kind of boring, but he needed to limit the possessions, because they didn't want to play that up and down game and like that. And I kind of see it, and they were literally one shot away from actually making that come to fruition. So you can't really knock them there when you had a game-winning shot opportunity in overtime.
So yeah, we got a couple of pregame graphics to look at. Here's the season stats going each way. See, Sidney leads the scoring category by just 0.2 points per game. So Northmont, they're going to have to lock in defensively. We've seen them do that all season long. And then you see Sidney, really good job rebounding all season long, just over 26 a game. They lead that category as well by over 3 rebounds. The assists, it's neck and neck, but Sidney, a good passing team, they lead there as well. And I'll tell you what, they have struggled to win games, but they have shot the lights out, 57.7% from the field so far this year. So Northmont's going to have to find a way to slow down this Sidney offense. We're going to go ahead and throw things down to the PA announcer and over to for the starting lineups and the anthem. We'll be back shortly here on the NM Sports Network for the opening tip-off.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ball and jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen the Super Bowl, the cheat code. Just game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live.
country. To defend the freedom we enjoy, we ask the gentlemen to remove their caps
Just do this,
and
tight.
everyone please stand for the pledge of our national anthem. And now, let's see the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Thunderbolts of Northmont High School. At guard, the 6'1". At guard, 6'1", number 0, Micah Jacobs. At guard, the 5'11", number 1, Bryson Thomas Williams. A forward, 6'5", number 2, Joseph Ebe. At forward, 6'5", number 11, Caleb Kelly. And a guard, 6', number 15, Josiah Williams. The defense are coached by Alan Spears, Josh, John again, Tony Peters, and Willie Payne. And now, let's read the starting lineup for your Sidney Yellow Jackets. At guard, number 2, Dejon Burns. At guard, the 5'9" sophomore, number 23, CJ Kaufman. At forward, junior, number 11, Caleb Lee. At guard, the 6' junior, number 12, Malik Ransom. And at forward, the 3-inch senior, number 10, Miles Hebron. Yellow Jackets coached by John Williams, assistant coaches Jeremy Keaton, Langdon Davis, and Scott Brooks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here inside Sidney High School on the NM Sports Network. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton are getting things started here. There is the opening tip-off. The Thunderbolts are going to control things to start off with. Caleb Kelly, they go into the corner to Jacobs, back outside. Another start for the sophomore who recently got pulled up from the JV squad. That's Josiah Williams. Back up top, Williams comes and gets it, drives middle, back out to eBay. Now they go corner. Can barely see Wiggins behind the standing student section. He gets it right back, drives, and kicks it into the far side. It's going to be turned over. The pass from Williams. Back outside. Sidney just inside the half-court line. This one's going to be tipped away by eBay into the backcourt. And finally picked up by Sidney. A kick to the corner. That was Caleb Lee. He knocks that one down. The leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets gets things started. Kelly into the corner, the three there, right back. Josiah Williams knocks it in. So 3 apiece, just a minute gone by here in the first quarter. Back in the offensive end, that's Franklin. A crossover against eBay, picks up the dribble, and now it's out in the hands of Burns. Back to Franklin at the top of the key. Coming to get it is Burns. eBay defending. The kick to the corner, wide open. Franklin, the three, knocks it in. 3 for 3 from distance. Both teams combining here so far. Another opening for Josiah Williams. He's gonna fake the pass. And now he gets it back. Kelly, the crossover. They go deep into the corner to Wiggins. Back out to Williams. Far side, Jacobs, hop step into the paint, kick out. Kelly to a hot start. Nearly stolen there by Williams on the inbound pass. Yellow Jackets in the offensive end, underneath the basket.
Oh,
that's
wow.
number 10.
Almost gets it blocked, but Kelly gets it on defensive end, throws the ball up to Jacobs on the outlet and scores there.
Nice job, Micah Jacobs, able to contort his body underneath the basket to come away to be able to still finish. And then who else? Chisholm, eBay making a play defensively, but they're actually going to say that it doesn't count. I think they're going to give them the timeout so the steal doesn't happen. Waiting to see what the talk is. And actually, no, they're not giving the coach the timeout. Sidney's head coach frustrated with the call. Coach John Willoughby. So they're actually going to call a reach-in against the Yellow Jackets. After the steal by eBay, it's going to be a baseline inbound. Jacobs will trigger things, guarded by Lee. Or actually, they're not even going to guard the inbound. Underneath the basket, eBay, they're going to call a jump ball, and Jackets will get the ball right back. Lee now on the inbound. They get it to Gafina. Pass all the way up court, underneath the basket. He's able to go off the window. Steenrod scores his first bucket of the game. In the corner now, Williams. Jacobs has to come out almost the half court to collect that pass. Into the corner now, Wiggins. It's kind of trapped down there. Now the drive by Jacobs, the kick to the corner. Williams a little strong, high off the backboard. Rebounded by Wiggins and gets it to Kelly. He'll use the glass to finish. 9-8, the offenses are just on fire here in the early going. Turned over. Williams underneath the basket. Looking, he almost passed it out. Instead, it's knocked away. He's able to get his dribble back. And then they're gonna say it's last touch by him as it goes out of bounds.
Nice steal by Josiah Williams, be able to stick to it, but couldn't find anybody when he got in the paint. Ball got ripped away from him and ends up going off of Northmont.
Active hands defensively. Sidney able to force that turnover. Not exactly sure what happened there. That looked like a wild pass.
Nice
eBay
save.
was able to save it. Going out of bounds. Kick to the corner, Wiggins. Will pull things out, Josiah. Now on the short corner, eBay. Back up top, Williams, the three. Puts it in. Man, oh man, the young guy. 6 points here in the early going. And he just keeps impressing. Thunderbolt faithful, game in and game out. Throws this one up into the corner on the wing. Franklin loses its balance, is able to get it to Lee through the hands, that time of Steenrod. And Jacobs is going to be able to go the distance after picking up the steal. 14-8. The Thunderbolt offense just roaring to life here in the first quarter. Let's take a look here at the extra pass. The first bucket of the game for the Bolts. Josiah Williams. He will make you pay. And then since we got a minute here on the NM Sports Network, let's shout out our friends over at the Alumni Tournament. We got some news about the alumni tournament. We'll get to that in a minute. 64-team single elimination tournament here in the great state of Ohio. All 64 teams competing for a $50,000 grand prize. And guess what, Sidney? You guys are on the clock, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
100%. And even more than that is, surprise, surprise, we go from 64 teams. Go from 64 teams that have gotten an invite to 405.
Into the front court, that's Hudgens. Guarded by Jacobs, he tries to go baseline. It's under the rim, he's gonna be kicked out of bounds by Kelly.
I want to give a special shout out to the athletic department at Sidney for allowing us to be here tonight. So along with the sponsors, it wouldn't be made possible without people willing to help us out.
On the inbound, Gofina gets this one underneath the basket.
Ooh, nice pass.
Through the hands of TJ Hudgens.
Butterfingers unable to corral that one, goes right off of him and ricochets right into the section where the cheerleaders reside.
Wiggins into the front court, the dribble handoff to Kelly. Now they go corner, that's Jacobs. Now deep in the other corner. Kelly outside, hop step into the paint. Wiggins gets it back to Williams. They go back and forth, and now Kelly outside. Far corner, it's Jacobs. Probing now, drops it off to Kelly. The hop step gets in the middle of the paint.
Able to grab 2 points.
The cutting yellow jacket, the kick out by Lee. And then the missed shot by Sidney. eBay back in the offensive end. Into Wiggins, pull up jumper, 16 feet and cans it. Thunderbolts have pushed the lead out to 10. It is 18-8. Back the other way now. Hudgens. Ball's gonna be kicked around by the Thunderbolts, are not gonna come away with it. A quick shot there. It's gonna be knocked in by Lee.
Kelly going to the free throw line after getting hit on the arm when he went straight up. Oh, wow. Well, something you don't see every day. Little, well, he's on our side, so we won't really talk about it. But let's see if he can. Well, there we go.
Second free throw, and Kelly's going to be able to knock that one in.
Oh, shoot, the clock was running. Excuse me. I apologize. We have to manually move the clock here tonight, so bear with us.
Driving baseline from the corner. That was Lee. Pass is going to be intercepted. Kelly going the other way in transition. Floating through the air. Gets past Hudgens and converts off the window. Back the other way. Hudgens quickly gets it under to Steenrod. He loses it for a moment. They go corner. No good. And Kelly back the other way again. Williams, the pump fake. Wiggins. And guarded by CJ. Over to Jacobs. Wiggins now on this side. Williams and now Kelly on the short block. They throw it down low. Who was that? Anthony Lemon coming in off the bench. Doesn't get a ton of varsity minutes, but there you go.
Like Coach was talking about, likes to get everybody involved at least a little bit so they have varsity experience coming into the next year.
Through the defense, they're going to count it. On his way to the line, Caleb Lee. Oh, and I think, yeah, I guess I do agree with the call. So our apologies about our camera going out. We're working on it, boys and girls. Kelly underneath the backboard. There's a 36.1 to go here in the first quarter. And Kelly will be back at the free throw line. He's going to knock in both free throws there. We are back here on the NM Sports Network. Like I said, my apology about the camera going out. 30 seconds to go. Deep in the corner. Driving, had lost that one for a second. Burns was the one with the ball in the. Caleb Lee on the inbound. Outside to Burns. As we tick under 10 to go here in the quarter. Turn around, Lee, the three, knocks it down. Man, he's been lighting it up here in the early going. And a violation there by the Thunderbolts. Kelly wasn't established out of bounds when he threw the pass back in. Sidney's got a chance to have a big swing here at the end of the quarter. 2.9 to go. They get it in. Burns fading, no good. Lemon gets the rebound and chucks this one up. It's going to be no good. Or wait, did he even get it off? I thought he did. Never mind. So that's going to do it here for quarter number one on the NM Sports Network. 25-17. Well, the highest scoring games, probably the highest scoring first quarter we've had all season long here on the NM Sports Network. And there you go. Welcome, Sidney, to the Alumni Tournament. You guys are going to be a part of the Sidney region. Everyone knows they are, the Findlay region. I'm sorry, I just said the wrong name. Everyone knows that you guys are the Yellow Jackets. You guys are also going to be the host for this region, right? No? Oh, I'm sorry.
Tri-Village. Tri-Village. It's just where the city's at. It's just where it's at.
Gotcha.
School's at. But yeah, the Findlay region's going to be at Tri-Village. Sidney is going to be the most southern one of the group, even though they're way out of the way of Dayton. So we're gonna lump them into the Sidney group, and we'll go from there. A couple good news after that, like we just said, 405
high schools across the state.
Right, that have gotten the email now.
So now coming back here inside the Sidney gym, Carson Oxier is going to knock down the three to start the quarter. Doesn't get a ton of playing time, but he's another one of those guys that coach is trying to work into things as we get into tournament time. You want everyone to be ready when the most important basketball comes along.
Yeah.
Call a foul, I think, against Kelly.
I actually thought, yeah, he was grabbing on him. I actually thought that Oxier was going to get a lot of playing time based off of the first game of the season when against Alter. He had a buzzer beater three-pointer at the end of the quarter, and it just looked like that was something that was what he was going to be doing the whole year. So,
pump fake there by Lee. Hudgens now. They go back over to Lee. He'll pull this one from way deep and knocks it in. Oh my goodness. They're called the Yellow Jackets. He might be called the Bomber. Oh my. And then turned over by the Thunderbolts. Burns is bringing things back into the offensive end for Sidney. Northmont had an early 10-point lead. It's down to 8. Tough shot there by Lee, and he's fouled by eBay. He'll be at the line. And Caleb Lee has 15 of his team's 20 points, absolutely carrying Sidney here in the early going. 2 fouls against the Thunderbolts. That free throw is going to drop in for Lee. His team's leading scorer, I think he scores about 13.5 points a game. Already up to 16, looking at a career night possibly. Make it 17 after the second made free throw, and Oxier controls things on the far side. Wiggins back at the top of the key. Sidney dropped it into his own defense here. They go down on the block to Lemon. Swings it across the floor over to Wiggins. That one's going to be short and rebounded by Steenrod. Back the other way, slowly Burns bringing it into the front court. They go into the corner, and stepping back out is going to be Darian Lee. Caleb comes and gets it. Another deep three. That one's going to be off the side iron and tipped out of bounds by Steenrod. Ball goes to the T-Bolts. That one was a heat check by Lee, and I'll tell you what, this gym would have erupted had he knocked that one down. The three is going to not go in by Oxia. That one was short that time. And Burns taking his time, walking the dog into the front court. Hudgens. The whip pass down low, high off the window, can't get it to go. Good late contest there. Steenrod was a shooter, and it couldn't drop in for him. Kelly, or make that Lemon through the contact. Can't get that one to go. I think he was kind of trying to draw a foul, and Burns, once again, taking his time on his way into the offensive end. Wiggins defending. They go to Lee. The dribble handoff. I believe that's his brother. He'll shoot the three. No good that time. And now back the other way. eBay after the rebound, taking things into the front end. Lemon is able to corral that thing. I think the pass was tipped. eBay and right back to Wiggins. At the volleyball line over to Oxier. Mangan at the top of the key. Moving around the three-point line, steps inside. Outside now to Wiggins. They swing it over to Carson. Luke comes up to get it at the top of the key. They swing it back around to eBay underneath the basket. Wiggins, hop step, past one defender, through Steenrod, and will convert.
He had to get through all that. Looked like his hair got messed up. Got slapped in the face. He was able to get that one to go.
With his own braids. How disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
The Thunderbolts with an 8-point lead, 4:44 to go here in the first half.
It's the second foul on Bryson Thomas Wiggins. Bryson Thomas Wiggins, he's gonna sit down for a while, probably the rest of the quarter.
Braylon Jones checks in and is gonna be guarding the inbound. Burns. There's some space there for Franklin. He'll kick it back out to Burns. That one is gonna sail away over the head of the 5'10" point guard and go out of bounds. T-Bolt basketball. Now Jones will receive the inbound. Almost threw that one to the Sidney bench. High post, eBay underneath the basket. Kelly counted and one. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, Friday night on the NM Sports Network. We'll be back inside the Thunderdome taking on the Miamisburg Vikings. And there, right there, is your instant replay of Caleb Kelly just forcing things through the defense. He's up to 13 on the night. Rims around, the free throw's no good. Hudgens. Into the front court, Franklin picks up his dribble. He'll get it to Hudgens. Kelly knocks it away, comes away with the steal. He's driving, crosses into the middle. Can't get the roll, it's gonna be tipped. Manjan comes away with it. It's gonna be knocked out of his hands then. Waiting for possession arrow, and it stays with the Thunderbolts. Not sure which Yellow Jacket was the last one to touch it. Get it inbounded to Kelly. Cross court to Jones. Manjan in the corner. Now on the low block, eBay, one dribble, flips it over his shoulder and can't get it to go. Lee crosses over into the front court. Coming to get it. That was Steenrod. That's Goebel. Now they kick to the corner. Steenrod, the pump fake. Hudgens out behind the three-point line at the top of the key. Lee comes to get it.
Good man-to-man defense by the Thunderbolts so far this possession. It's lasted a while. They're sticking with it.
Steenrod being hounded by Jones, getting pushed back out further and further. The drive there by Franklin, floats it up, couldn't get it over top of Manjan. Back the other way. 2-on-1, Kelly and eBay, miscommunication off the hands of Kelly and goes out of bounds. 2:52 to go, and the two Northmont bigs are just kind of looking at each other like, what was going on there, guys? 32 to 23 to 22. The Thunderbolts with a 10-point advantage again. Franklin will be guarded by eBay as he brings things into the offensive end. Steenrod looking to come and get the ball, but a nice denial there by Jacobs. Nearly came away with the steal. It's going to be tipped. I don't know where they were trying to go that time, but the Thunderbolts come away with it. eBay underneath the basket drops it off to Jacobs. The spin move at the top of the key by Williams. Too much going on there. Now Williams, he'll shoot the three. Cash money. The Thunderbolts, I thought they should have taken that shot way earlier. I just felt like they were doing a little bit too much that time, but Williams was able to find his way open again, and now he's up to 9.
Yeah, that was the first time Williams got that possession. He should have shot that three. Went through 3 or 4 different people to get right back to him, but he was able to hit.
I think that one just went off the foot of Chisholm eBay. So ball stays with Sidney. We're going to have to inbound into the backcourt. Franklin will collect.
If you're Northmont so far this first half, you got to like exactly where you're at. Maybe not after the first quarter, but after this first half, you kind of got to like where you're at. Now there's still 2 minutes left to go. You got to finish off strong.
Franklin trying to drive against Kelly, and he's just not giving any room. They will hit Caleb Kelly with his second foul of the game. That might get him pulled for the half. But see, this is something that I absolutely love about Coach Spears. He's not afraid. He trusts his guys. And you can tell because how often, like it's not happening in this specific game, but how often has Wiggins played in heavy foul trouble and been able to play for 5-6 minutes without getting himself another foul. Stepping up to the line, that's going to be Lee, no good. Tipped out of bounds by eBay. Oh, they're going to say he saves it. Steenrod, the pump fake and the drive, kicks to the corner. It's Lee, knocks it in. He cuts the lead down to 10, 35-25. Jones back to Williams. And come to the near side to Jacobs. An open Williams, they go down on the block to Kelly. They miss Jacobs all open in the corner. Now they find him. He'll drive. Underneath to Kelly, slams it home.
Nice pass, nice IQ, nice finish, nice pupils.
Can't disagree with anything you just said as we tick under 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Thunderbolts lead back up to 12. Jones playing aggressive defense into the front court, and he will foul Burns. They call him for the reach in.
And they're going to go to the free throw line now. (37-25) Northmont on top here. What's this battle? Is this
also
no, I don't know.
I
No,
was gonna
maybe
say,
that's not.
I
Maybe it's not.
don't
I was
think
thinking
this
Butler.
is a rivalry.
I was thinking Butler.
Yeah, there you go.
I was thinking Butler.
Burns scores his first point of the evening with 40 seconds to go. in the first half. eBay inbounds it to Jones, and they'll take their time. Jones looking back to Coach Spears, getting the call. Now eBay, and they're going to work this clock a little bit as we tick under 25 seconds here in the first half. Tick under 20. Jones drives, floats this one up. Oh my goodness, the nasty one.
Might have been a little bit early, but it doesn't matter if you connect, right?
Yeah, the Thunderbolts lead back up to 12. Burns crossing over, 3 seconds. Doesn't know the clock, gets it over to Lee, gets it off in time, rims off. Man, a 17-point first half for Caleb Lee, and nearly made it a 20-point half. That one would have been wild. But it's been a back and forth game here on the NM Sports Network. Your Thunderbolts lead 39-27 going into the break. We'll be back on the other side of halftime for the second half. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. We'll be back.
The Alumni Tournament, a place where old school meets new school, a place where your school has the chance to become the school.
Hello, Ohio, and welcome to the Alumni Tournament, also known as the TAT. I'm Richie, and this is Alex. Just a little introduction about us. Alex, won't you go into what is the TAT?
Well, the TAT's a single elimination tournament based on the high school that you went to for $50,000. We would love to have 64 teams complete the 64 team bracket, 8 teams per region, and 8 regions within the state of Ohio.
All right, who's this going to be for? I mean, who's going to be the target? Who are we looking to participate into this tournament?
We're looking for people and individuals that are 18 and older that actually went to those high schools that we do the formal invitations for. So say, for instance, you went to a Wayne or a Bishop Fenwick or anything like that, somewhere in Toledo or anything like that. If you went to a high school in Ohio, then you are eligible, 18 and older, you are eligible for this tournament. Now, this is on an invitational based process alone.
Sounds good. And then tell us a little bit about, I know we have 8 regions, but how are those regions going to be set up? And then who are we going to choose for those eight teams for those 8 regions to get us to the 64 teams?
Oh, we will determine those teams based on the reputation that those teams have had in the past, based off of the school, the sporting event, basically basketball, what we're talking about, and how they did throughout their high school careers. We go back about 20 years to kind of solidify and kind of pick these teams that we've had, and we have 3 different tiers per. So we have a select group of teams that we have that we're going to do the formal invitation for, 8 teams per region. So we'll pick those 8 teams first to do the formal invitation.
Gotcha. And then if we don't hear back from them and they don't want to participate in the TAT, where are we going to move to then?
Tier number 2. So that, like you just said, we've had 3 different tiers. Tier number 2, we go right for that one. So right after tier number 2, then we go to tier number 3. So we're going to get the 64 teams. We're going to get the 8 teams per region. It's just, do you want to be a part of this?
Exactly. So we want 64 teams. We want 8 locations and 8 teams participating in each region, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the alumnitournament.com is where they can find more information. Where else can they find information about the alumni tournament, and otherwise known as the TAT?
Other than the alumnitournament.com, which is our official website, which is up now. You can go that and check it out right now. You also have the Twitter handles that we have at the Alum Tourney, and then we also have the Instagram handle at the Alumni Tournament. And Facebook, it's not out of date yet. We got that going at the Alumni Tournament as well. So you can pick out and try to figure out what schools are a part of this Alumni Tournament 2026 by going to the Alumni Tournament or checking out all those different types of handles via social media.
Yeah, and the alumnitournament.com is the best place to keep up to date on the 8 regions and the teams that are signed up to be current as we get this going. When will the tournament actually take place?
The regional tournament will actually start August 15th through the 17th. Right? And then that Monday night, we'll get a champion for all those regional winners, right? And then they will come for $50,000. They will play for $50,000 August 22nd through the 24th.
Yeah, and that site will be determined at a later date. What are the names of the 8 regions?
Oh, good question. Good question. We have the Athens region. We got the Cincinnati region. We got the Dayton region. We have the Columbus region. We have the Findlay region. We have the Cleveland region, and we have the Toledo region.
Wow, exciting stuff. So check out the alumnitournament.com. Get registered today. Follow us on all of the social media handles. They'll be on the video. We thank you for giving us your attention, and we look forward to seeing you in 2026.
The Alumni Tournament, where old school meets new school.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in here on the NM Sports Network. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. Your Thunderbolts leading 39-27, a 12-point lead. I got an update from the Thunderdome for you guys as the Thunderbolt lady squad is back at home. They are up by 1, 29-28 over Insonia. Insonia basketball with 15 seconds. Huge shout out to our man Josh for giving me all the live updates. As you guys can see there on the NM Sports Network, or what we got coming up next. We got Miamisburg coming up. That one is going to be Friday night. And then Wayne, where we will be able to be in attendance at that one. That one is what day? Well, maybe. Okay, so we're still working on that one. But that one is, does that say Tuesday?
It's going to be, I think it's next Friday.
Next Friday, all right. And then the
there's no date. There's no actual day. Yeah, it's next Friday.
Whoopsie daisy. All right, well. Yeah. All right, back here inside Sidney High School. They will start the half with the ball. Burns gets the inbound. He'll shoot the three after the screen. Misses that one, and the rebound by eBay back the other way. He'll give it to Williams, and Wiggins will come and collect it. Back up at the top of the key. They get it to eBay, flashing through the middle of the paint. Turn around, floats it in. Northmont back, scoring in a hurry. Just a few seconds here after the half has started. Franklin. Now, I think that's Goffney? Or no, that is Steenrod. My apologies. He drives into the teeth of the defense. It's going to bounce around and rattle in. Northmont on offense. The fake pass by Kelly. Now he'll throw it over to Williams. Jacobs. Low post to eBay. Spins through the contact in between Steenrod and Burns, and he'll convert. Chisholm eBay had a very quiet first half. 4 points here in the first minute and a half of the second half. The steal, it was knocked away by Wiggins and then picked up by the Thunderbolts. Williams will miss the three, but eBay gets a rebound and puts it back up and in. So 6 points here in the first minute and 40 seconds, and another turnover. The steal by Wiggins, he's gonna take it the distance and lays it up off the glass. The lead is up to 18. Thunderbolt defense suffocating coming out of half. As there is a minute 52 gone by here in the half, and Northmont has exploded out of the break. Huge shout out to our man Will Page down there on the bench, the head coach for the JV squad. He is the guy who runs Headliners Barbershops. He helps us make headlines, and if you guys are wondering how they make headlines, go and get a fresh cut over there at the barbershop. 937-837-3131. Code Credit Union, one good reason after another to rock with us here on the NM Sports Network all season long, as well as our friends over at the Code Credit Union. 937-222-8971. Final from Northmont, from the Thunderdome. The Thunderbolts are going to take the victory, 31-28 over Insonia. Our friends over there at Bluebird Construction, they always like hearing about Northmont wins. You guys need your home remodeled, you need your roof redone, hit up our man Casey Leslie over there at Bluebird, bluebirdohio.com. As we are going to come out of the timeout, like I said, the Thunderbolts exploded that lead. They will get the inbound over to Burns. And Wiggins hounding him 94 feet. A dribble handoff to Hudgens. Now it's going to be picked up by, that was Franklin, and now in the hands of Lee. At 17 in the first half, just 7 shy of a career high. The pass to the corner and shot missed by Burns. Outlet pass by Kelly gets into the hands of Jacobs. Count it, and he'll be on his way to the free throw line. Fighting through the contact. Take a look, and Jacobs able to fight through the white jerseys. It's going to be short on the free throw. eBay comes away with the rebound. Ball's rolling around on the floor. Kelly can't save it as it's going out of bounds. Stuck his long arms out there, but it just rolled across the black line before he could snag it. Thunderbolt lead has grown to 20. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third. Burns into the front. Cuts the lead down to 17. Now Northmont in the corner, diving towards the basket. Williams can't get it to go. They're going to say last touch by Steenrod.
Ooh.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, we're all for Northmont, but we're also for all about being fair, and I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that. The inbound by Kelly. They go corner to Jacobs. Now right back to Kelly on the low block. Through Steenrod, count it.
Way to be strong with it, putting it up. Way to absorb the contact, Kelly.
Having himself a night, up to 17. Into the offensive end. That one's going to go through the hands.
That's going to be off of Sidney.
I think eBay got a hand on it, and then Kelly, and then maybe it was Steenrod for the Yellow Jackets. Everything going the Thunderbolts' way here tonight. Wiggins gets things into the offensive end.
Honestly, if you want to be honest, this is how the game should probably have gone based off of the record, and seeing just like how Northmont actually played against Winton Woods.
On the low block, Kelly has it ripped away. They're going to call a jump ball. Franklin comes in from behind, and his his student section getting excited about the energy on the defensive end that time. They go right back to Kelly off the inbound. Jacobs swinging it across the court. Williams, three, cash money. Josiah Williams up to 12. I think he's got 4 threes. I mean, what a night for the young guy
From Clayton.
I mean, we're talking about his 5th, 6th start of his career, and every single game he just looks more and more comfortable. Another forced turnover by the Thunderbolts. Kelly has it stripped, and they will say it stays with the Thunderbolts. Nice job there defensively. A combination of Steenrod and Burns, I think, were the ones who were able to knock it away from Kelly. Jacobs to trigger the inbound. Kelly on the high block. They're going to move it around. Wiggins goes right back to Williams. Corner, Jacobs. Short post. Now back out to Williams. The three. Short off the front iron. Tipped into the hands of Goffney. He's going to be able to find a wide open Lee in the front court. Oh, and he can't get it to go. Was thinking too much about Micah Jacobs coming back the other way defensively. That one's blocked.
Clean up on aisle 2, though. Chisholm eBay. Way to stick with it, though.
Nice job there by, that was Franklin who got a piece of the turnaround jumper by Wiggins. He's able to get the block, but into the hands of Chisholm eBay. He's got 8 here in the quarter. Stolen away, Williams. 1-on-1 off the glass, and it goes. 58-32, the Thunderbolts, they've put their foot on the gas and they refuse to slow down. Let's take a look here on the NM Sports Network instant replay. Williams reading it all the way. He knew he had the steal from the time he left the block. And let's go on the other block. Man, oh man, this kid is exciting to watch. And the more his role grows as this season gets deep, as we get deeper and deeper into the season, the more you just got to wonder what kind of an impact he's going to have come tournament time for this Thunderbolt squad.
100% there, Andy. He's been a bright light because when Ja'Kai Horde went down, we were trying to figure out who was going to fill those shoes, and here comes Mr. Williams, front center. He was always showing a breath like a bright light, but the absence of Jakai, he had to step up, and that's exactly what he has been doing.
Jakai Horde returned a couple of games ago. He didn't suit up tonight. Coach Spears is trying to be a little safe. That's Lee on the far side. Now Burns comes and gets the three, short. Lee had a chance at the rebound, but kind of flailed out of bounds. He was hit by a thunderbolt. Now back in the offensive end, Northmont. They go into the corner. The three by Mangin, nets it. 61-32. Northmont is pouring it on here in the third quarter.
We're looking at a running clock here soon.
A spin by Franklin. They get it outside. Burns. Goffney comes to get it. Knocked away by Lemon, trying to force a turnover. Or is that LaRue? I believe it is LaRue.
Yeah, that might be LaRue. I think Lemon's 23.
Yes.
But great effort from the crew.
Got very close to coming away with the steal as Thomas Wiggins will take a seat on the bench. A 29-point Northmont lead. The fake dribble handoff there with Goffney. That was Steenrod driving Franklin. Had it knocked away by LaRue. Great job.
Great hands.
He just punched that one out of bounds. LaRue, another member of this absolutely phenomenal. The quick three from the corner, no good by Lee. His absolutely phenomenal sophomore class that the Thunderbolts have. eBay drops it off to Thompson, gets it over to LaRue, short on that one, fighting for the rebound. Burns comes away with it, and LaRue, a little wild, accidentally runs him over.
It looked like LaRue got hit on the arm, but them being up by 1,000 points, refs aren't going to usually call that one. But then he gets one called on him.
Goffney taking his time into the front court. Caleb Thompson recently checked in for the Thunderbolts. Burns on the near side. Going at Oxier. Spins back middle. The dribble handoff with Goffney. Floats this one off the window. Had the angle.
Wow.
Chisholm eBay back the other way on offense. They go into the corner, Oxier. Back out to eBay. Drives middle. Mangin. The drive there by Thompson. Jumps into Steenrod and will be fouled. Caleb Thompson, just one more member of the insanely talented sophomore class that Northmont has. I mean, I'm going to feel bad for the Thunderbolts in a couple of years when the entire team is going to graduate all at once. And he'll get the second free throw to rattle in after he missed the first.
That's when you just got to retool, man.
Goffney.
Got to build the youth.
Franklin thought about using the screen, instead drives against eBay, goes right back to Goffney, kick into the corner, that's Lee, he'll shoot the three. That one's gonna be off the mark, rebounded by LaRue. Thompson now running the break, slows things down, and they're gonna try to go to eBay. A nice job cutting it off though, LaRue into the corner. Oxier has it knocked out of his hands. Mangin thought about the three, instead throws it down inside to eBay, falling out of bounds, tipped right back to Mangin. Drives, has it knocked away. eBay on the block, through multiple defenders. He's fouled. Steenrod will pick up the whistle. You see him get the pass down in there to eBay. It was kind of a wild possession as the Sidney defense played with a lot of intensity. Made Northmont move that ball around an awful lot, but finding eBay underneath the basket. Up to 9 points in the quarter. Team's second leading scorer, 12.5 points per game.
I'm pretty sure he'll probably get to that when it's all said and done tonight, unless Coach Spears sits the rest of the crew out for the rest of the game.
gets the friendly bounce and makes both free throws. How many times have we seen that from eBay? Goffney is going to take his time working things into the offensive end. The dribble handoff with Franklin. Now Goffney guarded by LaRue. He drives middle. They kick it to the near wing. Franklin wide open, takes his time, rattles around and falls in. That ball didn't know what it wanted to do. At the buzzer, Caleb Thomas throws up a wild shot trying to beat the buzzer. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 64-37 here on the NM Sports Network. Andy Horton alongside Alex Patton. Thunderbolts with a absolute masterful lead as we go into the fourth quarter. Coming up next on the NM Sports Network, Friday, the Vikings come to town. We'll be there. Tip off at 7:30. Then the following Friday, we may be at Wayne. We will keep you guys posted as we work on that one. And then is that the final regular season game?
Yep. Senior night.
My, oh my, how time flies.
Yep. I mean, we're already in February. By the time we get to think about February, March is right around the corner. So, and then that is
Tournament
time. Yep, and that's exactly what we're looking forward to. This team is really good, and nothing short of a deep tournament Division II run would suffice for this team.
After all the great games we've seen them be a part of this season, I think I would agree. Winton Woods, one of the top Division II teams in the state. Fell by what? It was just 1 point?
Yep.
On Friday?
And had the game-winning shot chance to get it. Oh, my goodness.
Woo! Chisholm eBay! Oh, my. What was that? I mean, just adding on to an already enormous lead. The step back there is going to be off the mark from Lee. The outlet pass into the hands of Thompson, no good. LaRue on the putback, no good. And Lee back the other way, spins in transition. Mangin knocks it away. Northmont's got to stop fighting with each other. Thompson off the underside of the backboard. It's going to go out of bounds, and ball goes back to the Jackets. That time, Mangin and Thompson were fighting each other for the ball all the way up the court.
I messed up on the replay. I had the replay, and I messed it up. What a dunk. Hey, but at least I got the replay buffer, so when we do an actual highlight, we'll get that done. My goodness, I was not expecting that. I mean, we know he's got it in him, 100%. We do know that. But at the same time, there's a defender literally right underneath him, and they're up by 1 million. So I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Throws it down on his head. Chisholm, eBay, nasty. Got to that 12-point mark before Coach Spears pulled him.
An emphatic exclamation point.
Keegan Anderson recently checking in, and he's going to pick up his first foul. Into the corner, the three off the mark by Burns, but strong rebound there. Steenrod can't get that one to go. Blocked from behind by LaRue. But
well, Mangin had the initial one, but LaRue, it looked like a jump ball, but
they called the foul.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mason Goebel at the line. First one is going to fall short.
I mean, oh man, I was just pressing buttons. So like, we probably shouldn't have put his stats up there.
Well, he's a freshman. He doesn't get a ton of playing time.
Well, I know.
Sure.
I wasn't really paying attention. It's not really a good. Hey, look.
Like I said, he's a freshman,
and he included it probably by a lot. He added on to it.
Back the other way. Anderson, they go into the corner. Thompson. Oxier over to Anderson. Thompson. LaRue down on the block. Jump step into the middle of the paint. They're going to call, or he makes it. And then there's a foul on the other side of the floor, I think. Or maybe it's just an injury timeout as Burns comes up slow. Gonna hop his way over to his bench. Might just be a shoe issue. So he looks okay over there. Always love seeing it when it's just you're having an equipment issue versus an injury. Goebel, Steenrod outside, drives against LaRue, leans in, and LaRue will pick up the foul. LaRue is gonna run over to the Northmont bench, get some active coaching from Coach Spears. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Hasn't had a ton of minutes, but he's been racking up those fouls here quickly. That free throw is gonna bounce off the iron. Steenrod, the senior, looking to make the 2nd free throw. Can't get that one to go. Thompson very nearly stepped on the end line right there, right in front of the official. Underneath the basket,
nice
LaRue.
pass by Anderson.
No good.
The
Thompson,
smallest man on the court.
just the hustle, the effort that the Thunderbolts playing with here tonight is at another level. Pushes that lead back up to 22, or make it 32, I'm sorry.
They need to get
No,
to this.
22. Anderson and Lee get tangled up on the far side. No, I was right the first time.
Yeah,
It is 32.
I'm over here like I'm like, man, I'm looking at these numbers like
I was like, what are you looking at?
like that don't add up.
Lee, they inbound it. A 3 there and knocks it down. Goffney.
This is valuable minutes for the youngins to be able to get it. Everybody there, I think they're all sophomores except for what is. I know we have Mangin. He's a senior.
Yeah,
Auxier might be a junior.
knocks in the 3 from the corner. That's his 2nd of the game.
Nice 3 by Carson.
Underneath the basket, Lee gets this one up. He still hasn't scored here in the 2nd half. Auxier in the front court, gets it to Thompson, contorts his body, can't get that one to go. Mangin had a chance at the rebound, and Lee and the Yellow Jackets are gonna slow things down for a minute. Goebel on the far side, spins, thinking about, now they go to Steenrod. And Franklin drives past the defender. Mangin, he turns around, flips it up, can't get it to go. And the rebound by Mangin. Thompson. Mangin, and now in the hands of Auxier. Drives middle, pull up from the free throw line. Can't get that one to go. LaRue with another rebound. Took a while for the reach in to come. LaRue nearly squared up there with Steenrod. Didn't like what happened. But Steenrod, I think he kind of pulled him from behind. And I think they're kind of trying to decide whether they're going to give, well, what they're going to call here.
They look like brothers. The official.
Still having a conversation, and now we'll see what the call is.
Intentional foul.
Against Franklin. So LaRue will get free throws.
Yeah. It made it seem, it made it seem that by the actions of Coach Spears, like LaRue actually did something wrong. He was probably trying to prevent him from doing something based off of what was done to him. So.
Gotta love how Coach, not even gonna give his players a chance to get in trouble. He was right out there, like you said, on the floor. He said,
Man.
hey, we got bigger things we're playing for. It's not about tonight.
Right. Connects.
On the second. To me, his 3rd point here on the night. You gotta wonder how many rebounds he's been able to rack up. It's gonna be Northmont basketball. They inbound it to Thompson. Goffney defending him 40 feet away from the basket. Nearly stolen by, that was Franklin. Got a piece of it there along the sideline. Oxier will now trigger an inbound.
You know what I realized tonight during this game? Northmont, it's 30 minutes from here, which actually might be one of the closest ones. In the G-Walk, there's a lot of more teams that are farther than 30 minutes, but there are a lot more fans here for Northmont than there are for Sidney.
Outside of the student section, I would
maybe,
agree.
Well, actually, I take that back because some of the...
Can't get that one to go. Mangin the rebound, and then Lee comes away with it.
Some of the actual spectators on this side are actually Sidney fans. So
turned over. Lee was trying to get fancy in his bag. Thompson got the steal. The kick out to Anderson. Into the far corner, Mangin. Anderson comes to get it. Thompson, and now it's back to Oxier. Thompson on the far wing. Northmont working some clock. They try to throw it down on the block to LaRue. It's kicked out of bounds. Mangin was the passer. Thompson is going to check out. And in comes Braylon Jones. The inbound in the corner, Mangin. They throw it outside, and they work it around. LaRue finds an opening on the block. One dribble,
nice,
leans
tough
into the defender and converts.
Nice, tough basket.
And 17 points in the first half. No, I think it was 17 points in the first quarter for Caleb Lee. He's been held scoreless ever since. All right, great job defensively by the Thunderbolts. They'll be able to lock in the crossover by Franklin. Dives towards the basket. They're going to hit Anderson with the foul.
That looked like he's taking that ball back with him. He said, my ball. Grabbed that thing, didn't even block it, just snagged it.
He's hit with the foul. As I don't quite know. Oh, it was just on the last bucket made by LaRue. We hit the running clock.
Oh, shoot, I should probably start it. Thank you.
2:10 to go and ticking. First free throw is off the mark. Second free throw will drop in there for Franklin. Jones into the offensive end, and Anderson will use the screen by LaRue. Jones drives middle, spins back outside. It's not going to drop in.
The effort was there. It looked good. Everything about it looked good, just unable to get it to go right through the net.
Goffney, the drop off to Goebel. Goebel will give it right back to him. Lee comes and gets it. Leans in, shoots the free throw line jumper. Tough shot there, and it's off the mark. LaRue with the rebound into the offensive end. They go into the corner. It's Anderson. Pulls things back out up top. They throw it over to, that's Oxier. And now Mangin. Jones comes out and gets it. Anderson. Backdoor flash there by LaRue, and he goes off the window. Great pass by the senior Mangin. Back the other way, Goffney. As we are under 35 seconds to go now. Steenrod. Franklin at the free throw line, trying to find space against Anderson. Goebbels. The three, that one might have gotten blocked, and I'd say no, considering it almost went in. I thought LaRue had a piece of that one, though. A tough shot there by Lee as we tick under 10 seconds to go here in the game. The Thunderbolts are going to come away with a 78-42 victory here on the road in Sidney. What a dominant performance from the absolute jump. Scored 25 points in the first quarter and never took their foot off the gas. Was up 12 at halftime, and they end the game with a 36-point lead, outscoring Sidney by, what is that, 24 in the second half? Woo! Just lighting things up.
What a game, what a game. That's kind of what we expected, though, but sometimes Northmont likes to play the level of their competition. Just a really great game by their crew. The first quarter was a little iffy, but they took off in the second quarter and didn't look back. We got Coach Will Page.
Our man Will Page coming on over for the post-game interview.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Coach Page?
Not too bad, not too bad.
All right, so we got to see a lot from your squad out here in the varsity game today. So how does it feel to see all the guys that you spend most of your time with, the JV squad, coming out and just having a heck of a performance? I mean, everyone played well for the Thunderbolts tonight.
Yeah, it's like we've been saying all year, we got a nice young group of guys. And when they get together, when they play really good defense, we get opportunities for other guys as well. I mean, credit to Sidney. They came out here. I think they were short-staffed today, you know, as far as their players go. But they fought for a long, long time. And I think just the depth of our team kind of wore them down.
You know, like a guy like Isaiah LaRue, who doesn't get a ton of playing time, but then he's able to come in. If he would have gotten more shots, he probably would have had a double-double. He might have had 15 rebounds. He was a beast. I mean, just how is it for you as a coach to just get to see one after another, guys that spend all year with you, they get to come up to the varsity squad, and Josiah Williams, he's balling out, man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. It's just player development as the year goes, you know, spending time with them day after day in practice, showing them what to do while they're in practice and while they're in games, and they're very coachable. So learning is a good thing for them because it doesn't take them as long to learn because they're so coachable.
Okay, and then you just talked about player development. As the JV coach, that's your thing.
Yes.
So what are the main, like, I guess maybe the number one or number two things that you try to coach into these guys?
No, it's not just one. It's
right.
One of the things is mainly defense. Just, you know, if you can stop people, you're going to win a lot of games. So just getting after it defensively. We had a really good game in the JV game. A lot of those guys have been learning it. And LaRue, I tell you, he's very, very active. He's a very active player. So he gets his hands on the ball all the time. He gets deflections, he gets rebounds, he gets putbacks. So he's kind of like a junkyard dog. You really don't have to run a lot of plays for him because he has that activity going, but it's just so many guys on varsity that are so good that you just got to fight your way through it. It really makes it good for us because our practices are pretty intense and everybody's trying to fight to sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the practices are tougher than the games because they're getting after it so much in practice and things of that nature. So
always love hearing that, Coach. Is there anything else I can ask you? Let's see. I guess coming up, so there's, what, 2 more conference games left on the docket, and then there's Lebanon to end it on senior night. Then we're into tournament time.
Yes.
We've talked to Coach Spears a little bit about what he's trying to get out of this team come tournament time. What are you trying to do in your spot, trying to get these guys ready?
Well, we can dress up to 15 guys for the tournament. Honestly, we're really not trying to look too far ahead. We're just like one game at a time. Miamisburg is a very well-coached team, so we really got to put our heads together and work on how to beat them and play well against them before we can look too far ahead. But as far as me helping the varsity with the JV guys, is just letting them take little steps, giving them little goals at a time and hitting these goals and then hitting these goals and then hitting another goal. So, and it's working. You know, these guys are buying it. They bought in and they're coachable and they're growing.
And you can just see, you just said they're growing.
Yep.
Their confidence is growing,
Yeah.
and you can just see it every single time you guys step out on the floor. It's been an absolute pleasure to cover you guys this season. It's been so much fun.
Yeah.
I think I kind of out of questions for you, Coach.
That'll work.
Thank you for coming up and having another chat with us, and we'll see you guys on Friday night versus the Vikings back at home.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Appreciate you as well, Coach.
Thank you.
So, all right, another good post-game interview with Coach Will Page here on the NM Sports Network. Alex and I, we both got long drives home, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here. 78-42, your Northmont Thunderbolts take the victory over the Sidney Yellow Jackets here on the NM Sports Network. And like I just talked about with Coach Page, don't forget, coming up on Friday night, 7:30, back at the Thunderdome, presented by the Alumni Tournament. We got the Vikings coming in, what should be a good G-Walk matchup. So I think that's all we got here tonight on the NM Sports Network. Andy Horton, Alex Patton, that's all, folks.
Good interview with him. Let's go. That made me